Well, hello. Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for joining me. Going to the lake today. First, had to make a gas stop, which is, at this moment in time, the most painful part of a fishing trip. Just, I'll show you. Yeah, you get the point. Gas is high. But it's okay. We're gonna stop, grab some fuel, definitely grab some gas station food. Then we're gonna head off to the lake for what is hopefully gonna be our first trip of summer, just strictly hunting deep fish with live scope. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're getting really close to that time. We've had some odd weather, so it's almost June, and these fish still haven't got into their summer mode, but it'll be all right. But first, I gotta run in and get some gas station food. I'll check back in. Oh, it's time. Gas station trip complete. One mean bean monster, some snackies, most importantly, gas station burritos. That's my jam. Okay, time to hit the road. I'm excited. I'm optimistic about today. I don't know how it's gonna go. It's easy to kind of get ahead of the fish, as some of you guys know. So I'm hoping that they're out a little bit where I want them to be. I know they're not there completely yet, but I'm hoping to stumble up on just a few big ones today. That's the plan. Ideally, we're gonna get out, go throw some big glide baits, big swim baits, and crack them. What's more likely to happen is we're gonna get out, be throwing a Magnum shaky head, a little bit of a glide bait, probably fishing on bottom, doing some cranking. So it really just depends where these fish want to be. Just another day, got to get out there, solve a puzzle. I haven't been out to this lake in a couple months, so who knows? I'm excited. Either way, we're going out trying to catch heads today. That's the plan. We're sticking to it.
Never see you again. I can't wait to get on the road again. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
Okay, we made it on the water. So what I can tell, first thing I'm noticing from just looking around, was the water was up in the parking lot on the ramp recently. Like very recently. Still some water up there, like pulled up, but the lake was probably 5 or 6 foot high not long ago. Water's a little dirty. Lots of water up in the grass, but here's the thing. This water drops really quick when it drops. So, I mean, it may have been 5 or 6 foot high a week and a half ago. So the bottom's getting pulled out of this lake, and these fish that are up shallow may be a little funky. Now we're gonna have to go check them. There's no doubt about that. We're gonna go check out what they're doing. But these fish should be probably in a little bit of a weird mood. Maybe pulled back off onto some secondary areas. Just because, you know, the water is getting pulled away from them when they're on the bank. So we're gonna have to really kind of put our mind in motion and figure out what these fish are doing today, because I'm not sure quite yet what it's gonna be, but we're gonna figure them out. There's plenty of fish here and plenty of big ones, so we're bound to catch one. I think we're gonna start out deep, check a couple of cranking holes, just bounce around after that, see where the fish are at, figure out if they're out on the main lake yet, still back in the creeks, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna stop jabbering, pull up to my first spot, try to catch a few. So let's get them. Well, stopped at the first spot just to check, see if they're out. They normally don't set up on that spot well, but I thought with it being early season, maybe I'd see a few. But the water's dirtier than I expected. It's probably got less than a foot of visibility, which is gonna make the suspended bite a little bit tough. Not because they won't get there, but because it's hard to get their attention and pull them off the trees. When it gets a little dirtier, they like to get tight to that cover. even if they're up suspended, they're tied to the trees, and when it's dirty, it's hard to get their attention to really pull them out and get them to come commit. We'll find a few though. I got some stuff on, tied on a dragon bait, big ridge worm, and just kind of poke around and see. I'm gonna go check a couple of spots back in a creek, see if they're set up in there. If not, we'll kind of move our way out into the main lake, but I imagine the pockets are gonna get dirty. Shoot, I don't know, we may even end up pulling up in some grass and doing some frogging today. It's gonna be a lot different. This lake has been 2 to 4 foot low for a long time, so it's gonna look a lot different than I'm used to seeing, but we'll move around, figure it out, and we'll catch a few by the end of the day. I mean, we literally just got here, so we're gonna find them. Oh no. Wow. Well, I was just about to talk to you guys. I'm gonna fling some rods in the water, be a goober. No, before I, flung my rod in the water, I was gonna tell you guys this lake looks completely different from 3 foot down to 2 foot high. It's like a different lake. Timber looks different, everything's different. That rod fling was majestic though, I'm not gonna lie. Beautiful. But we're gonna pull up. I just thought I'd pull up and check out a secondary area where I know they set up, and they can set up on bottom, which may make them a little bit more comfortable in this dirtier water. I mean, it's I got about 6-8 inches of viz where I'm at now, so I'm gonna start looking, try not to throw any more rods in the water, do my best. Well, deep fish aren't out, at least yet. So I'm gonna check up shallow while it's still early, see if I can see some fish up here. Just see what's going on. I haven't been to the lake in a while. I'm not sure what the fish are doing, but I'm gonna keep checking, and we'll go check out deep here in a little bit again. Wait for that sun to get up and kind of position some fish. Really need that sun when it gets dirty like this. Helps a lot. So keep moving, keep moving. Oh, dang it. I was looking at another one. Where are you? Come get it. Oh. Went back. Dang it. Okay, let's get back up there. Came out and smacked it. I don't know what he is. Starting to get windy too. It's gonna make it difficult, to say the least. Okay, time to move up shallow. I hope you guys can hear me okay. She's gassing out here. I mean, the wind picked up heavy. It's probably blowing like, I don't know, 18 to 20. It's blowing pretty hard, so we're gonna try to move up shallow. We're not getting bit out deep. Maybe fish some mid-depth offshore stuff, that 4 to 8 range offshore, and then go fish some grass, see if they're up there, because this between the wind and there's not many fish out, it's making it really difficult to fish out deep. And I don't think there's much out here to begin, so we're gonna move up shallow, take a shot at that, see if we can catch a few. If not, we'll go back out deep, but I gotta go check them. So I've got tied on a Divine swim jig and probably tie on a spinnerbait here in a minute. Just go play up shallow. I also don't know if I mentioned, the water temp is like 68 degrees right now on the main lake, and it's almost June, which is insane. It should be pushing up towards 80 right now. Had a big, really late cold front come in, and these fish really don't have a reason to push out off the bank. The water's up, there's some bait up, so it's a little bit weird. I think there's some fish out. I imagine there's probably a decent population of fish sitting out there in that, like I said, 4 to 8 range. I got some hard spots I'm gonna go fish along the way, and then we'll get up and fish some grass. We should be able to catch some fish up there too. I was just hoping to get out deep, because that's generally where we get those big bites. Fish that are 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds are out deep. Really hard to target them up shallow because they kind of scatter, but we'll give it a go. And we'll probably hop back out deep later. It's just this lake has changed so much in the last month, just because of the high water. It's like a different place. There we go. Little guy. First bite of the day though. As soon as we pulled up shallow. Didn't know he was that little. I wouldn't have yanked him all the way out of the water. Poor guy. There we go. Little guy again. It's been like 10 minutes though, and that's 2 bites on that Divine Swim jig. Just a little dude. See you, buddy. It's cool. Shallow bite's fun. They're just, I know they're not going to be as big. Like I may catch a big one, but I'm not going to come up here and catch 30 pounds most likely. Not that they don't live up here. They're just, there's another one. They're not very predictable when they get up here. The big ones at least. The little fish are up here. They're hungry, it looks like. Oh, come get me. Got him. Big one. Big fish. What? Come on, come on, come on. Finally got a good bite out deep. First one I've seen. That's a big one. On the glide, first glide fish. Oh, come on. Stop that. Big post spawner. There we go. Finally. Finally, he crushed it too. Oh my God. There we go. That's how we want to start. No doubt about it. Big one. Let's weigh it real quick. Skinny, skinny fish. Boats out here right now. It's crazy busy. It's Memorial Day, so I'm trying to be kind of quiet, but that fish completely destroyed that glide bait. That's the first one I've caught out deep on the glide this year. I'm gonna weigh it real quick and then we'll put it back in the water. Not quite healthy yet. Post spawn. Hadn't been too long since they got their spawn off, so they're not thick yet, but still a big fish. $6.39. Sweet. Let's put that fish back in the water real quick and try to get another one. That's what we came out here for. Thing smoked that glide. As soon as it found it, came up and wrecked it. That's what we're looking for. Just haven't, that's the second fish I've seen out here that I think was a decent sized largemouth. So they're just not out here yet, but I imagine if we could find them, they're probably gonna act like that. They're gonna be really, really aggressive. Just like that one. I need a few more of those because I've been hurting. It's about 11 o'clock, we've caught 3 fish. Those 2 dinks, well, we only caught 1, so 2 dinks and that one. Need to find a few more of those. Top off the day. That glide bite is so much fun. This rod, I just switched over. Started using this rod. It's a 7.9 extra heavy. It's a Team 6 rod by Team 6 Sense. And it sticks them. I caught some big ones on it at Rayburn a few weeks ago, and it gets it done. Big stick, long handle. Oh, and there's another one. This rod works perfect. I can get them out of there and just rip them out of the cover. I don't gotta let them play. Just get them out, get them in the boat. These fish are being tricky today. I don't know where they're at. Caught that big one real quick when I pulled up, and went another 200 yards and never saw another fish. So I'm assuming that one was a fluke. Still gonna come back now that the sun's up and kind of settling in and check some secondary stuff again, but if not, we're gonna hit the bank. Hoping we don't have to. I'd prefer to stay out here and scope, but it's not worth it if they're not out here. Because it's not like I can't get bit, I'm just not seeing fish. Oh. Come back. Oh, come on. Oh, little guy. See if he'll eat a shaky head. There we go. Little guy. Got that 6-inch stout to the face though. So, as you guys can tell, a little bit of a change of scenery. See you, dude. We've came way back up in a creek. Could not get anything going on the main lake. So we came back to fish some skinny water. And rigged up. Put on a clout worm, started flipping, and caught me a baby. We are pretty much, like, if we caught a 5-pounder back here, it would be a giant. That would be a giant fish for back here, but figured we'd come back here, see if we could catch a few, just to lighten up the day a little bit. Then we can run back out to the main lake and go look for some bigs again, like that one we caught. But I was not seeing hardly anything. So I figured I'd come back and try to lighten up the mood a little bit. I was getting a little bit discouraged, not seeing fish, not getting bit. This is a good way to come back and just catch a few. Make it fun. Plus there's a ton of boats out on the main lake with the holidays and all. Just gonna keep moving. Hopefully catch a couple more. I don't care if they're that big. I just want to feel a thump. Then we'll make our way back out. It's crazy. I came back in here. I told you we'd had that cold front and some cold rain. The water was up and the main lake water temp 68 and it's 76 back in here. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's crazy that it's 8 degrees warmer back here. We got some warm rain a couple of days ago. I think that probably got some warm inflow going and heated it up, but that's got those fish really jacked up out on the main lake. They should be thinking about getting out deep and they're just not there yet, and for good reason. There we go. Oh, come out of there. Ah, that one felt a little bit better. Not big, but I thought he felt better. I think he's off. Oh, nope, he's still there. I don't know how big he is. He's not big, but probably a little. Come on. I can't get in there. Oh, there he went. Now that he came off, I can say he's a 10-pounder. Sweet. Well, that's 2 bites real quick. A little lesson for you guys. If it ever gets tough on you like it is me, this came back in this creek, Texas rig, you know, 17, 20-pound fluoro, 1/4 ounce weight, clout worm, a 5/0 stout, and just go to flipping. Always a good way to catch some. Not gonna tell you it's the winning way, but it's a way, especially when it's tough. Nice. Put some scratches on this rig. We barely fit in here, but we got in. Hopefully that tree doesn't fall while we're in here or we're stuck. Probably ramp it with a big motor, I think. We'll try anyway. Oh, another little guy. Oh, spot. Trying not to get my head in these trees. All the way back in a creek. Smallest fish of all time. Spotted bass, so pretty little guy. See, this is good. Come back here, spend 15 minutes, get a few bites, lighten up the mood a little bit to go back out and grind. And trust me, it is a grind. It's also nice to get out of the wind for a bit. That wind is gassing out there, making it really difficult to navigate around, especially with live scope, trying to look. See if we can catch a couple more back in here and sneak back out to the main lake. Well, I think that one's gonna be the end of the road. As much as I would love to go stump hopping, I think we're gonna turn around and, oh God, head back out to the main lake. It sounds like it's only gotten windier, so I'm not excited about it. All right, time to idle back out to the main lake, see if we can catch another head. It's only getting windier, so it's gonna be brutal out there, but we're gonna go give it our best shot. Had fun back in the creek, got a few bites, 3, 4, 5 bites, something like that. Just gotta dodge everything on the way out and see if we can catch one more. Overall, been a decent day, especially for the time of the year it is. It's a tough time to be out, but still hoping to catch another big one. And I always want to catch one over 8. You guys know that. That's the goal. Every time I come out, catch a fish over 8. Doesn't always happen. Often doesn't happen. But that's the goal. So we're going to go ahead and idle out. Try not to tear my prop up too bad. Get out there and catch another one. I'm not convinced it's blowing 20. Probably about as rough as I've ever seen it on this lake. Not a big lake, and we're like at the down or upwind side of it, and it's still choppy. So we're fishing a city lake. I mean, ridiculous. It's all right, we'll make it work. Wouldn't be the first time. Woo! She's blowing. It's gotta be gusting 30, 35. It's like knock you off your feet wind. Oh my God. Well, as you can see, I'm off the water and I got McDonald's. Let's chat. I'll grab you guys. So, brutal day. I mean, we caught some fish. You guys saw there was fish up shallow. Just the kind of quality of fish that I wanted to find was not quite out deep yet. It was not what I was expecting. But overall, we caught some fish. That 6-pounder is a good sign of what's to come. I will have some videos for sure this summer where we get on that deep bite with a big glide, and we're gonna catch them, and we're gonna catch 30-pound bags, and it's gonna happen. It's just not quite there yet, and I tried to force it today. Spent way too much time out deep. Just, I wanted to make it happen, even if I only caught 2 or 3 fish, and I ended up only catching 1. So it wasn't worth it, but what I should have done was hopped up shallow, thrown that swim jig, you know, thrown a chatterbait, stuff like that a little bit. But I wasn't willing. I wanted to make that deep bite go. I'm ready for it to happen, but it's just, we're not there, and I know better, but it's part of it. It's just fishing. You live and you learn. It is what it is, but had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see some of the 6th Sense baits and rods that I caught fish on today, I'll leave a link down below for all that. And if you want to get 10% off the products you're already buying, use code KEENUM, all caps, to get 10% off your order at 6thsensefishing.com. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.